morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good day. Good day to you. Because it might not be morning. It is 3:22 in the morning in the Midwest of the United States. It is the second day of the Memorial Weekend. This is Monday. Well, actually, the third day. This is the last day. This is the official Memorial Day holiday. The actual Memorial Day is the last day of May, was when it was first started. It wasn't even, I don't think it was even that day when it first started, but this is where it has ended up being a 3-day weekend in the United States that is considered a holiday. For those who work Monday through Friday, does anyone work Monday through Friday anymore? But it used to be that people worked Monday through Friday, and this would have been a 3-day weekend. Or, ooh, I just bumped my tooth. Wow. Well, that's an interesting way to start. This would have been a 3-day weekend for most people. But with the way work is now, many people aren't getting that kind of time off. For those of us and those who can, this is what it is. So this is my stream. I am in Jalapari and it is nighttime. And I just saw one of the druids pass through. I believe that was actually Josie passing through. And now there isn't anyone in the marketplace anymore. Josie was passing through like, yes, like just saying the market's closed. Notice here that there's no, one of these doesn't have, wow, rail doesn't have a, we're going to take rail off the list, especially if he hasn't put it out yet, and he hasn't because they're making rail for him. So let me do this for a second, and let's go to sellables and remove rail. I do not want them to sell it, and because it uses iron, and I don't want them to use that much iron right now. So we'll take rail off. And if it was making 1,000 per rail, maybe, but it's not, and it is off, and yet he was selling it. Let's go, and we'll have Lucas stop making rail, and I'll have to ask him to make rail when I want it again, but we'll have him stop. If you notice, we do not have much rail here in Jalapari because the town is in a different time than my usual towns. I am having this town be in the 1600s. And so it's going to be interesting because that means we don't have stoves, we don't have modern lamps, we're not going to have any of those kinds of things. Lucas is our blacksmith, and we're going to have him, but he doesn't make rail. I just realized, I'm almost positive he doesn't. I think the mechanic makes rail, Santino. And sure enough, Lucas does not make rail. Lucas should be making diamond. He can make a diamond pickaxe. He can make diamond tools, but not a diamond sword. Let's teach a diamond sword to him for a minute. In the middle of the night, we're going to teach diamond sword, specifically for the nether miner. We're going to teach a diamond helmet, and diamond chest plate, and leggings and boots. Okay, and I think that's good for now. That's for our nether ambassador, what Minecolonies calls the nether miner. This is Minecraft, and this is the Minecolonies modded Minecraft with a mod for Minecolonies, trade post for Minecolonies, that we started this specifically to do, which is pretty fun. All right, let's go to sleep and start in the daytime. And there's Josie now, going up to her tower, and we're going down to the supply camp. And go to sleep. And here we go. It is now morning. And today is the 25th of May, 2026. If you are watching anywhere near this date and have a Twitch account, you can see what we did yesterday on Twitch in Jalapari, because we did some things, and I will show them to you now. One of the things was that we got Jack to work. Yay! So Jack was very distressed, couldn't find his frames, was very upset about it. Okay. And yes, you were. He was saying okay, like he's forgotten that. And that's the stumelier that we're hearing over there. And she is adding ingredients to the pot. She is using surplus food to make stew, perpetual stew, and that is what she delivers to people who are suffering from extreme hunger, which is actually good. And that's part of trade post for Minecolonies, a stumelier, using surplus food to make just a perpetual stew, which was working out really well. We have a new, let's see how much since I'm here with Jack. Jack has rare finds. He has iron. I don't think we want to. Apples, that's not really enough. And when we do the re-roll for apples for 8,000, it's I don't think we can do it that way. We're trying to do the research so that we could, if we wanted to, buy more apples than this, because we have a lot of money. So a lot of currency income. And so I would like to buy apples, but I think I can still, yes, I haven't done the research yet where I can buy an amount more than that. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to put these two things away. I don't want him selling rail. And today, our shopkeepers don't have anything to sell until I figure out what they can sell out of the warehouse without depleting natural resources or resources that we have to make. The bakery is closed, but as I said, we have a new, and there she is, Emery. Emery is our new chef, and she is working right down here. Now, I just want to check something for a minute. I think Emery is still living too far away, and that's what I want to see for a moment. Let's manage workers. She's 83 blocks away, so she's probably living still in the dormitory. Let me see who her parents are. She's one of the last kids, and she was actually the first grown. She's Weston and Estella's kid, and she's the one who's decided to be a chef. Now, if she was living with them, which she could be, that still seems to be too far away. So let me see who she can live with here. This is McKenna and Jack living here, I know for sure. And who lives here? This is no one. So Emery is going to move in here. And this is going to be Emery's first house by herself. Good for her. And I think I've explained, hi, I think I've explained why I am not furnishing the way I normally do right away, because of the new food system. The houses are tied to the food system, and so I don't want, believe me, I do not want to be up to a level 5 food before I can have the people. That's how you get people who can't be satisfied when that happens. And so at this particular point, that is what we're doing. Let me see something. Let me see who else is here. This used to be either Wesson's house. Wesson used to live in this area, and I think that house might have been his. I'm kind of thirsty this morning. Hello. How are you? What you doing? Vincentius Primus has found a new game on Apple Games. What's your new game called, Vincentius? Dredge. And he is playing this game. He is playing. So, which is kind of fun. There's no one here. That's good to know. I wonder if Emery would like to live in a farmhouse. We could move her to here for a while. Yeah, let's move her to the farmhouse. She hasn't really moved in yet, so we can move her there. And here, I think, Mr. Villager! Dredge, yes, it's an Apple game. Eli and Miriam are living here. Eli, the shopkeep, and Miriam, who is, well, this is going to be interesting. Miriam is the scout. And that's going to be a little sad, because when the time comes, she's actually going to go to the outpost. I don't think Eli is going to go to the outpost, so they might just be sharing in a place for now. Hi, Wade.
Right away.
What you doing? You don't have anything to do you? I think you finished. How are you? How are you doing? And Tatiana and Tobias are living here. Tobias is the runs the brickyard. And Tatiana is the combat nurse. And that's interesting. They're an interesting couple. They're just sharing so far. I can come back and check and see if they are a couple at some point. But right now they're just sharing. And there goes, I'm pretty sure that's Emery getting used to her new location. And her parents live in the university area. Yay! Excellent. Mr. Villager is getting better, and I'm really glad to hear that. Yay, Mr. Villager. I'm so glad to hear that you're getting better. And I am good. I would have liked to have started a little bit earlier, a half hour earlier, but I'm pretty good for today. And let me check for a moment. So we don't have any children living in houses right now. And let's look here. Yep. I think all the houses are now back to normal. Wesson lives here now on this side, and so do Jasmine and Gilbert. They actually live in this district because they work they're providing food in this area. And then Estella is the teacher, and she was living with Wesson, interestingly enough. We can have her work at the university. If we do, we can move Wesson and Estella to this house right here. Why don't we do that? We're going to move Wesson and Estella to here because we're going to have Estella. She's not teaching right now, and when she doesn't teach, she's a professor at the university, and we're going to have her in the library at the new building with Dar. Dar's in the university proper, and she's going to help by setting up the library here. So let's go no. And there she is. So we'll hire her here until it's time for new kids. Now this building, this is a double building. This is the arcology part. Aaron, James, hello. Hi, how are you? We're doing Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and trade posts for Minecolonies, and there she is, coming right away. Now, I can't do anything with this building until Maisie finishes the level 4. She's working on a level 4 right now. This is a level 3 of a urban savanna university, and as you can see, she's putting in another floor, a top floor, or I should say the second half of a top floor right away. And so that's what's going on with this. And to help her be able to put that in, we are using a wood that we don't grow here. So we don't grow any acacia in Jalapari. And so let me take out light so I can see to walk down the street. So at the river, the Coconino River, there is now a port specifically to bring in different woods, and it is bringing in right now a lot of acacia wood to build this new building. And yesterday on Twitch, and if you want, like I said, today is May 25, I said 26, 25 of 2026, and if you're watching close to this time, you can watch, the Twitch is still up, Monster to Mermaid Twitch, and you can see us build this crane right here. Let's go to bed. Let's go to the Druid station, and we're going to go to sleep. It's nighttime, and this was something that I forgot that I needed to get back to, and I'll do something about that. There's no real way up to this tower. There's no real way up to the tower right here, and so we'll have to make one. No druid comes here yet, and so that's one of the things we're working on. And so let us begin. Let's go. So this is the view that the druid would have in the morning from this tower, which is pretty beautiful. They can see the top of the cathedral. They're overlooking the children's school, the primary school right here is the building next door, and on this side is the river. And that is the roof of the, that's the roof of the sawmill, the carpentry shop. And you can see a boat in the distance coming in with wood, bringing wood specifically. And there's our new crane with a perfect view from here. We can see the new crane that we put in yesterday. And I think it turned out really well. Let's go down and look at it. I'm gonna go, oh, we've got one of these here. Let's take this away right here in this part. Let's take away the grass in this area for a minute. I Might have to stone that wall, put stone there to hold up this corner so that it doesn't erode in there, and I think I want to do that. But here is the crane waiting for that boat to come, and then this crane takes logs off and other things off. They can walk off the other pieces that they deliver, and we can show, for instance, if we were sending something somewhere up the river, we can have some barrels and stuff packed here, and I think that we might, or we might just dedicate it to wood, because this is what's happening. And up here, there he is, and look, we can see him. He's making fence for Maisie right now. He just got finished making fence, which is excellent. Yay! And that is Kingston. Kingston is the carpenter, and his mother, Harper, is the tree farmer. Harper and Gregory raised Kingston, and Gregory is here. Gregory is running the port. He also is ordering from other cities. This is his office. He doesn't have a chair. What a shame. Maisie. Oh, and he's only a level 3. Wade is not doing anything. We're gonna have Wade come over here and work on this. Upgrade the building. Wade's gonna need a bunch of interesting stuff, because that is, if I'm not mistaken, an antique. Let me see what this is. Cancel. Build. War Minecraft. Ooh. It's a War Minecraft building. Excellent. Okay. We should have everything that's here. The blue shingles need blue brick extra, and we'll have to check and make sure that everything's good about blue, but I think it's okay. Okay, so Wade can do it. And we'll have Wade work on that. Wade's coming a straight line all the way from the market area. Well, pretty straight. If he comes from here, it would be a straight line all the way. And so this is kind of long for him, but it'll be all right. What was that? Did you see that just then? What just happened there? Oh, I know what happened. He got up on top of that light and jumped off. Apparently needing some additional exercise. All right, let's go back down this road. We're going to go to Josiah and see what Josiah is working on. Now, we don't have any level 4 housing, and we've explained that the level 4, we would need level 4 farms, and we are in the process of getting them, and we're almost there. We're almost to the point where we have enough people and enough things that we have enough food, etc., to do level 4. This is Dennis has returned to fishing, so we do have 2 fishers. We have Dennis and Madeline. Madeline is one of the first 4, and Dennis was the teacher who taught 2. He actually taught 2 classes in primary school, and then he decided he didn't want to do that, and he decided he wanted to have a simpler life, and so he is fishing with Madeline and very much enjoying living here, because he met Amari and Dennis have a child, actually, and I believe they have a child. They did not, a child arrived to them, they did not foster a child. They're one of the couples that actually got a child. And I'm looking at the Akasha records for a minute. Hello. To see what the child's name is. And it is Trenton.
Yes.
Trenton is their kid. Yeah? I think that was Trenton's mother. That might have been Trenton's mother, but no, I think that was Phoenix, the dairy farmer. She was dressed in white, and I'm pretty sure that that's the dairy farmer dressed in white. And it is.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. Thank you.
Can I help you?
She's trying to be very helpful. Yes, you can close the doors. That's what you can do for me. Both of you. Thank you. Okay. And there are couriers coming. And all the doors are open. This is the farm. This is the animal farm area here. And I'm going to go down the stairs on this side. And this is Amari's chicken farm right here. Ismail. Nope, that's not. That is Colt. See, he's got the milk bucket. That's actually Colt.
If you say so.
Yes, I do. Because this is where our animals are, including our pet shop. Uh-oh. What are you doing out? How did you get out? Hold on. How did you get out? Let's come here. Let's take one of these. Let's go after this cow. This is one of ours. No, you can't go away. Sorry. You have to come back. Okay. So we'll take this cow over to the other side here. We do have a gate right here.
What's its name?
And it's possible that maybe the couriers came through. There's some harvesting going on. Come on, you. Come in. That's right. And close the door. And take that off. There you are. And you're back home. Okay. So we're in the animal yard right now. And we have, for the first time in a long time, we have sheep and pigs. We don't usually have pigs. This is the first time in a while that we've had pigs. And you liked your work on the shirt? On the shirt that that she's wearing. I do too. I like her scarf, and I definitely like her outfit. And I like her apron and her outfit, and it looks really, really nice. Mr. Villager. Mr. Villager is responsible for some of the skins for the trade post for Minecolonies mod, and some of the artwork, some of the food artwork, and some of the block artwork, the hut block artwork. And so, yes, Mr. Villager is becoming definitely in need, definitely a wanted artist, and that is one of his skins for trade post, and that is the dairy farmer. Oh, there you are. There's Rude Wolf. Yes, Rude Wolf, did you find someone else? And Rude Wolf is supposed to be working for the shepherd, so if there were sheep missing, Rude Wolf would be going after them. And we have a number of sheep, as we can see. The other thing that we did yesterday on Twitch was you quite liked the work on their work shirts. Makes a long time you don't do a standard clothing, considering that you only have been doing straw skirts. Yes. And you shall warn about this little bug. What little bug? A bit more unique from the others in the future, specifically the shopkeepers. I like the shopkeepers with the little monocle that they have. I think they're cute. I think they're nice. So we now have a new dining hall. And when I say it's new, we've been working on it for a while, but it is now working. And that was Josie getting a bite to eat from the dining hall. Luana has become the dining hall server, and the chef downstairs is Bryant. And Bryant, so Luana, Bryant, Emery, the other chef in the marketplace, who took over the marketplace, all of them are from the last set of kids that we have. They went to university, they've grown up, and now they have joined the workforce in the city and have moved closer to their jobs. Luana was raised by Liberty and Remy, but Liberty and Remy live a little farther away, and so she's decided to live in this new house that we have right here. Luana lives here by herself. Now, Luana is a foster, and sometimes fosters don't necessarily take to their parents. They're appreciative sometimes, but it's sad for them, that the people who raised them are not their parents. I think Luana, the fact that Luana is working in this farm area where her parents are, is curious. Her parents work here. Liberty is the glass cutter, and her parents live in one of these two Incan houses right here. They live right here. Liberty and Remy live here. So Liberty works next door in the glass cutting house, and Remy is a courier, and she works at the warehouse right here. So it's so let's go back. Let's go to sleep. These are visitors, the people who are awake at night. Right now are visitors because all the citizens have gone to their houses, and most of them have gone to bed. That looks like, sure enough, we have a trader in town. And yes, it is. It's beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, it's a new moon over the cathedral. Wow, that is really quite pretty. That is a beautiful view. This is the cathedral level 4 for Old English, and we noticed that the excavation of the nether miner is coming through. The ceiling of the nether miner is showing up in the entrance to the cathedral. So I'm wondering if this is going to be covered with carpet at some point. That can't be. So I'm a little surprised that these are showing through, and we'll see what happens when the time comes when this is a level 5. We'll see if that's just going to be there as kind of a decoration, like the floor in the entryway is going to be made out of that material. I don't know, and that's the curious thing. I'm hoping maybe that the floor is going to be maybe tiled with these materials, and the entry to the cathedral is going to be tiled with those materials. Let's show everyone where those materials are coming from. So they are excavating. I'm going to need, I think I'm going to need this. Should I go to sleep? Hold on for a minute. What time is it? Oh, it's only midnight. I have a little bit of time. So let's put, let's get something in our hand. We have, yay, we have someone who is going to be the Undertaker. She is studying right now to get her mana up a little bit more, but she is going to take over the Undertaker job when she gets finished with her school. But right here, this is it. So you can see those pieces on the ceiling are actually the floor of the cathedral. And I'm surprised it's up this high. It is 1 block higher than it needs to be. So if we don't like it at level 5, we'll bring the ceiling down and we'll make the entryway to the cathedral different. But I don't know for sure yet. Do we want to look? I can look. Corruption. Right in front. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Let's see if we can see it in the build piece. And let's go up and out across the river, across the Coconino River, so that we're not interfering. And let's come here. Let's get a build tool. Let's bring it down. Let's look at the cathedral level 5 and see if we can see that. Let's go outside the border. And there's Old English. And we should have a thing that says cathedral. There it is. And let's look at the actual cathedral itself, which is the Mystic Site. Level 5, and let's see what happens here in this hallway. So it's going to be bricked over. And see these pieces here? These pieces are going to be here like this. So I think it's just temporary. Oh, this is going to be pretty. It's very pretty. And so that's what it's going to look like. That part. These walls aren't going to be here on that side because the university is on that side, and the walls on this side are going to look like this. Let's see if we can see the level 5 of what's underneath. So see that right there? That's the top of the graveyard, the roof of the graveyard underneath. And let's look and see what we can see here. So let's go to Cathedral. Let's go to the Nether Mine. And let's turn it around, and there it is. And let's look at the level 5 of the Nether Mine. This is what it's going to look like ultimately. And yes, I think it's, I don't know how that's going to be, Mr. Villager. I think there's conflict there. I think that's the part that we were looking at, and both of them are the same. So this would have to come all the way down. This would have to come down a block for it not to be in the place that it is. This is so beautiful. So we'll see what happens with it, but that's what it looks like. And we it's morning, so we did not get a chance to sleep. Let's go down here. I don't see too many clouds. Let's look and see what the finds are for today. The rare finds. Gunpowder. Oh, there's something we don't need. Green mushrooms we can't use. And birch saplings, we have farms, so we don't need those. And so I am going to check, now that Wade is working on a problem. No, there isn't. Let's see. And he's definitely working on the courier. And so he's got a lot of the stuff already. And he's still waiting for blue brick extra and some dark prismarine stuff. We can look and see. Why don't we, since we're in this area, why don't we go to Brook? And there is the stew starting. Uh-oh. I thought we fixed it. So I thought I fixed it. And now he's saying the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right away.
6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe he needs the 10 at this level. Maybe he needs the 10 at this level.
Hi.
Jack, I don't get you. I did fix it. I don't understand what's wrong with you today. Hold on, let's get a tag tool for a minute. Let's look. And sure enough, the tag tool is showing the display shelves. I wonder if I need to take away the bottom ones. Maybe there's some confusion. I made a mistake and made the lower pieces the display shelf. And I've got a relaxation station? My mistake? Oh, I missed one. Okay, so let's look here and let's take all of these. So all we want are the invisible ones. So we're going to take away this display shelf, this one. So we're taking away just the bottoms, and let's see if this makes things better. And this display shelf, and then all of that just leaves, see, it just leaves the top pieces, and we'll see if this works. And now let's come to Jack and say I will work on it, and let's see if we can get that going. Hi, Emery. Emery's going down into her kitchen. Did she leave the door open? Yes, she did. Let's bring that up, and we'll put this one up, and we'll see what happens with Jack. He's not complaining anymore, so I'm hoping that means that he's going to accept that. Let's go over here. We're going to do something. We need a stair to go up to this tower right here, and I don't want too much of anything right here, but we do need something. And we put in a wall to support this building being built on this hill so that it wouldn't erode away, and we actually could put a little wall right here, but I think I'm going to wait to see what happened there where they put in that little piece, where Wade has put in a little piece of dirt there. He's probably going to take down this lantern here, and we'll have to put it back. But we'll wait until he's done with what he's doing, and then we'll fix that back the way we want it to be. So that happens. However, on this side, where this level 3 is, which he can work on next, we need this to have a stair, and I'm going to look at some stairs for a second and see if I can find something that would fit in that location. So let's go to the backpack and put the tag tool away. I've got some things I've picked up and I need to put them away. These are mine, and I'm going to put them in my library. Everything else they can have back, but not this. Okay, and let's come here, and let's go here, and let's look at... Old English doesn't have in their roads any stairs, and infrastructure is only mine shafts, and mine shafts don't have stairs. So we don't have any of that. And this is the classic mining locations, and so there isn't anything different there that we might want to add. That's my water light, just for a second. Mr. Villager is saying there's an empty area right next to the university. Do I want to put something here? And I thought I was going to put the library here, at first, but I like the library where it is, and it's going to look really cool when we get it done. There is something that I thought about putting here, but I don't remember what it is right at the moment. Something having to do with this area, and I don't remember what. This is the sports center right here, the entertainment center here, and then the new university building, the old university building, and the dorms right here. We don't need a dorm in this area. We might need a dorm in this area. We might put another dorm at the front. You mean this little area right here? I don't know. Maybe a park. We might do park. We might have some park. Put in a special park. There are lots of parks. Let me switch for a second to parks for a minute. Pagoda. And let's select. This is Thaler, and in his decorations, he has gardens, and one of his small gardens looks like this. So we could put a special garden in that area, and or let's see, that's one garden, and let's look at gardens. The wisteria garden, that's too big. A tiny garden looks like this. It would kind of be interesting here, like they have some connection to a look. And that's Pagoda having gardens. Someone else who has gardens is Shire. Shire, not Shire Additions, but Shire Main, I think has gardens. Let's look in decorations. Parks. And there's a small one there. And is that, yeah. That is too utilitarian, I think. Right there. Let's look at the other size for a minute. Parks. A parkway and a large. So, yeah, it's okay. I don't think that's going to work. There's something that we could put there. Let's switch for a second. And let's go to ancient Athens. And look at Byzantine has. Let's look at Byzantine first. Byzantine, PY, and see their parks and decorations. Miscellaneous statues. Ooh. Wow, those are monstrous. Okay, statues, no. Those might be too big. Yeah, they're too big. All of those, although that is really... Ooh, look at this, Mr. Villager. Well, that would kind of be nice next to the university, wouldn't it? That might actually be interesting. The other statues are too big. Let me get on the non-sun side of this for a minute. Let's turn this way so we can see it. Look at the moon coming up out of the clouds. Look at that. Ooh. That looks beautiful. The moon is rising as the sun is setting. And it is a crescent. Oh, that looks great. All right, so let's go back here. And let's look at decorations. Ships, road supplies. Miscellaneous. Trees. They have trees. I don't see any parks. Supplies, aqueducts, miscellaneous. Basin small. I don't see any unless they have them separate. Infrastructure? That's curious, isn't it? Yeah. They must be built into other, like into the roads and stuff. Because they do have stuff built into the roads. And maybe that's what they've got. I don't even see any stairs here. Street plants. See those things there? They have some really pretty small decorations to consider that are really nice. And that's Byzantine. Yeah, I don't see infrastructure, Avenue Forum, decorations, ships, statues, miscellaneous, only has trees. And so let's go to ancient Athens and see. There's some interesting little decorations that might be nice in some places. Crafts, decorations, they have parks. This is a small park. Ooh, there's a nice one. So this is ancient Athens having a small park area. And that looks good. Let's see, and at level 2, it looks like this. So we could put in something like that if we wanted. And let's go back to this. There's a fountain. Wow, that fountain's really pretty. Isn't that a pretty fountain? It's quite nice. That definitely is. And then decorations, parks, a seating area. I think these are up too high. It looks nice this way, but this is the same height as tables. Tables are this height. But we could put actual modded benches into something like this, in a square like this, and I think we could do that. So at level 5, when the buildings are finished around that little area that Mr. Villager was talking about, in the front, we can put in a little park. Now, Mr. Villager, if you want to make one to go here, that would be fine. We have a house here. I don't really want anything in front of that. And this is the university. So we could have a little park area right here. And this, of course, up here is eating. This is the eating area here, which they have outdoor eating that's covered because it does rain here. And then we have the entertainment area, and we apparently only have entertainment when the weather is good. Because there is no roof on those seats, so that's fine. And let me continue through the night for just a second and come over here and look at the stairs. Vincentius Primus has exploded. Hello. Are you cold? No. Oh. Okay. I'm a little chilly. I'm going to put my jacket back on for a second. He sneezed, but I'm putting my jacket back on because I think that I'm a little chilly. Hi. Hi. Vincentius, Mr. Villager said, bless you. He said, thank you, Mr. Villager. All right, so let's look at some stairs. Let's go to Shire. We were going to Shire, regular Shire. That's Shire Editions. Let's go to regular Shire first. And I went to Shire Editions anyway. Infrastructure, roads, no. So let's go back one more time and go down to Shire proper. And we did look at parks. I'm looking at stairs now. So in the infrastructure, roads, narrow, and there's long stairs, and this is what they look like. This is what we want. We want these for that hill, and I think it needs a long stair, and I think I want to put this in. So let's hex for a second. And let's come down and look. I believe that's the perfect height for this. So let's come here and let's go back to Shire. Shire proper. And let's go to infrastructure, roads, narrow, and long stairs. That's this piece. And let's turn it and set it into the ground. And I think it's too tall. It's too tall. It's too tall. Let's see if we can get the shorter stairs to work here. So, roads, narrow, short stairs. Short stairs come to here. Like that. And this is where they should be, just right there like that. And I'm good with that. So for those of you who are watching, who haven't watched me before, I put in the roads. I've always done that, put in the roads, simply because I like to. I like doing it. So I put them in, and so this is part of the roads here, and I'm going to construct this. Uh-oh, it took away our lamp. What? It just took away our lamp. Well, we don't need these, so we'll take these down. And now I need to extend this up to that portion there, which will be easy to do. So let's take these stairs, and let's click this out. We're going to bring down and run it along here. And then I can go ahead and take these pieces right here, Anyanka's roads, which are actually domum ornamentum, these roads. Now, if I do this here, this is going to go away. But for right now, we'll put it here, and then we'll see later what happens to it. But we're just going to have this part be like this. So this is how the druid is going to get to this location. I see what happened, why that came off, because we've got this is on that side, shoot, but we need it to be there. So if we're putting a light post here, it would have to be moved over to here. And let's make these go away for a second. Let's get the light post. That's the materials for a light post, which is one of those, two of these, and a light on top. So I'm making two right there. I think I'll take this one down, take that one down, and put one here. I think I like it better on that side, and that works for this little path that goes back to the kids, where the kids are. Let's put another piece of stone right here for a second. Just stone that part, and they can take that gravel path back from there, and I'm good with that. All right, and so there is the little area that we have. Now, this part is fine here. We had this big wall here, and so we stoned it in. This building is still being worked on, so we can't do anything with that right now. That's a level 3 house, Shire. It's our only Shire piece that we have. And just because of this location, we wanted the carpenter and the tree farmer to live in the area, and this was the easiest way to put them in. Yeah, we could have put them on the hilltop, but because the tower is here, it kind of gives them a little security, them being inside. And so we have it like that. This is Harper's little walkway up, and I might make it better after the house is finished, so she can come up here. She likes to come up here and look for the boats to come. She's waiting for that boat right there to come, and with the wood on it, and we've seen that before. So there it is. It's bringing mangrove and it's bringing acacia, and she's anxious for the acacia. There's some other supplies. Are they for us or are they for the town down the river? And they might be for the town down the river, because there's another town, a village I should say, down the river. We also have a passenger ship down the river. This is close to where our gatehouse is, right here. The entrance into Jalapari, right there. And there is a passenger ship which is on its way to the town. And I'm just going to use the map here so we can see on the map. If we go up here, you can see right here. That is a town across the river, and that's as far as can be gone in this direction. Unless they go around here and go over to here. That would be interesting to see what's over there. I forget if this is a dungeon. Is that the monks? I think that's the monks there. They could go to the monks. Ooh. Actually, they can't. There's no way through. The monks are on a lake, or on the beginning of another river. But they could go around. We could see what was over on this side. I want to do that for a second. Let's come here. It's right out of the water. This is a nice wide river area here. There's the town, I believe. Wait, there it is. There's the town. So this is the main river that they are blocking, with their town going across the river right here. And it's almost as though they're encouraging river traffic to take a different route. But I don't know that there is. Yeah, river traffic would have to come through here. And let's see how far this goes for a second. Does this go to the monks? We have a monastery back in this area. Just a second. Let's see if it heads in that direction. It does come out to the main water right here. And I'm just curious as to what is back here, because we still don't have any rice, any place to grow rice. We still don't have any place to grow chickpeas. We don't have any desert nearby. Look at that. Now that is quite a lava pit. Right there. It's a nice small river. And look at this. Whoa. Is this ocean? Ooh. Look what we've got. We've got peaks in this area. We're far away. Following this river. Wow, look at that. Wow. There's snow on top. That's how high this is. And I don't see any of the coconino in this area. Let's look on the map and see what we filled in. So we are way over here. So we filled in this section. And yeah, we don't have anything. There's another volcano piece. So we have a couple lava pits. That looks like lava there. And the monks are over here. Let's see if we follow this river south. Let's go south here. This is not going south. Let's see if we go south this way. See that? Ooh, look at this. Wow. Okay, that looks man-made, doesn't it? Ooh. Let's come over here and see if this heads in the direction that we want. There's a swamp. Hold on. Frog. Look, there's a frog. Look, there's a frog. Oh, Mr. Villager, you have to go. Okay. All right. See you. I hope I didn't miss you. I hope I didn't miss saying goodbye. Oh my gosh, there's a frog. Oh, that's so cute. Hold on here. Okay, we don't want to lose our way on the... Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh, look, we found another village. They grow pumpkins. Wow. And they have a little, this is a little yard for animals. And they're on the water. Look at their housing. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, and look at how they're dressed. Okay. That is a weapons smith. Yes, indeed. I recognize that. So they have a weaponsmith. And what do we have there? There's a farmer. Oh, it's a botanist. A botanist, not a farmer. An actual flower shop. And sure enough, look at this. This is a flower shop. Wow, this is crazy. These new villages having actual modded pieces in them is really gorgeous. And I've got a couple people here. I just love finding these. Someone just went to bed here. And that just looks like a regular farmer. And it is. And is that... Oh, there are two people. There are two people in bed here. Do you want to be in bed here? Here. You want to live with them? Fine. I'll give you a bed. So that they're happy in their house. They apparently want to live together. And wow, look what we found. Let's sleep on the roof for a second. Let me get a backpack. I'm just going to sleep on the roof. I don't want to sleep in one of their places for a moment. And then we're going to go to the map and see how close we are to the monks here. So we're here. You can see their golem There's their town well. And whoa. Yeah, I see that. Wow. That's pretty intense. I don't want to do anything with it because they seem to be quite happy here. Everything seems fine. And so let's look at the map. They're in the shadow of this mountain. Ooh. Whoa, look at their roads going up to here. I don't think there's anything in here though. Hold on. Let's put away the bed. Let's go here. That looks like a door, doesn't it? But it isn't. Wow, that would be something if at one time there was something there that's not there anymore. Look at that thing. Whoa. Okay, so we found another village in this area, and we thought that this is, what is this saying? It is absolutely swamp. Absolutely. And on this side, we have moving lava. And let's see what it's doing over here. Just for a second. I know. It is burning down things, but I think that's as far as it's going to go. Yep, it stopped right at that point. Okay, let's look at the map for a second. So, oh my gosh. Oh no. Do you see what I see? You see that? What do we see? What is that? Where is that? Whoa. This is man-made. Hold on. Let me see if I can find what that is. There's something on the map, but I can't see it from here. What is that? I think that's a ship. So we're right here. And those housing and all is right on this coast here. See that little person? On the other side of this hill, it says there's a thing here, but I don't see it. Let's back off and let's see where I am. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong direction. We need to go east. Directly east. And let's see if we can find that ship. And there it is in the clouds. There it is. Wow. It's one of these. Whoa. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Holy good night. Look at this thing. Whoa. Imperial, I'll say. Good gracious. Look at this creature. Wow. This is amazing. And it is full of hoglins, which is interesting. Now, they won't do anything to me because they're animals. So they won't do anything to me. Oh, and it's raining. I think we should go inside. Let's see if we can find an inside that is hospitable. I don't see any place. There's a lot of place for animals and not a lot of places for people. guess I could be down here. It doesn't seem like they can jump off. Oh, but then we have one here. And who is this? Let's look and see. And there is, I think this is still another Hoglin piece. Wow. Yeah, and those spawned. That one's not working. So that means these are the people. The people are not going to, the people won't appear because I'm here. And we have a treaty. So they won't appear, so just their animals are appearing on the ship. Goodness sakes! And then we have, of course, these. I think all of you recognize what those are. So they have all of these on top of, around them. And then we come down, we're coming down on this side. And it is right over top of this. Right over top. Wow, it's just so far up I didn't see it. But it is right over top. We would have to, I would have to get the nation, the mermaid nation, to make a treaty if we wanted to come here and get something. So let me see something for a minute. Let's go to food. Now this is Minecraft food. Let's go to Minecolonies food right here. And let's see if we can grow rice here. Gosh, we actually can. Oh my gosh. We can actually grow rice here. We can grow peas and rice. It says we can grow soybeans, but we can't grow chickpeas or nether peppers. But getting rice and soybeans would increase our diet so much. Hold on. Let's see how far away this is. Look where we are. Look where the other outpost is. The other outpost is here. Let's go straight over and let's see how close this is to us. Straight would be west. West, I'm facing west. We're gonna go straight this way. It's raining. And see how far away this is from where we are. As the crow flies is the way it's said. That is the statement. Now, this would be super far for an outpost. It actually would be. We're still going straight west. And now we're back to the Coconinos. And the maple taigas. And what is, these are all just trees. And there is the monastery. That's the monastery right there. So we're passing the monastery and we'll be in town in just a little bit. That is super far. That's, I would have to build rail and road for the builder to go from this town out there to make an outpost to get rice. If we wanted to do that, that would be intense. And I think it might be too far away on the map. Let's look at the map for a second. So we're talking about where this ship is. That in this area right here, that this is swamp. Right here. If this is swamp, It's saying that's plains, so that's not swamp. Well, where were we where we saw that? It's right there. It is. So this is swamp. This is swamp. Coming right here. This part is swamp. How close are we now? This is closer. Let's go to here for a second and let's see where we are. Uh-oh. It's nighttime and it's raining. Oh, good. That's much better. Something I understand. Let's go into this volcano. Right here. I'm going to go to sleep. So let me get this. Notice my tail. You can see my tail. So this is the reason why I can breathe underwater. And I am a mer. So let's put out a... There we go. And so now it's morning. And we'll come back. Let's go up and see where we are. So we have swamp here. This is swampland, and I want to see how far or how close we can get this swampland to be. So let me go back to the map so we can see the town is here. That looks like it's something right there. But right here comes to here. This is swamp right here. So right here is the closest part. Let's go down and let's fill just this little piece in right here and see what we've got. Is that too far away? So see where this one is? That one's pretty close. I could just get a little bit of swamp, but I think this is where it is. Well, we'd have to look on the wiki and see what it says in regards to something, and then see our roads right here. So if we had a builder, if we put a builder right here, right in the farm district, and had them come out and make an outpost out to here, that would be an interesting thing to see. We're far enough away from the protected town, that's their town, and we're close enough to the monks. Now, I have a feeling this mountain is super tall here. But let's see, are we facing the right way? Wait, why am I doing that? No. We need to face west. Yeah. We'd almost be in the same situation we were in before, where we would need to... Oh. Look what we got. We've got an actual outpost. Who does this belong to? This is a barbarian, these are barbarians here, and this is complex. These are barbarians in the forest, but who are they working for, or are they just a rogue barbarian group? I think that's what I'm looking at. Let me back up from them, and let's look and see. That's that piece on the map, right there. Look at that. And that's that other housing group. That's right here. Where I am, it's saying this is forest. And this is... This is swamp right here. And that is probably the closest swamp right there. It's the closest piece of swamp right here. Let's go here for a second. Whoosh. Oh yes, so this is where we spent the night. And you can see it changing in this area. So this is swamp along here. Do we actually have a witch's hut? I haven't seen a witch's hut in 1,000 years. Whoa. That is absolutely what that is. Goodness sakes. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. And so, of course it is. We're in the swamp. Of course it's a witch's hut. And okay, so let me try one more time on the map. So we're here and the town is there. So that would be the walk right there. Right through, away from them, we could come straight across here. Straight across that line leads right to our town. Right to the town. We'd have to cut a road through this entire piece right here. And then bridge our way across would probably be the easiest thing to do. Bridge our way across here. Let's go down and one for a minute. Let's go down here, just a little bit this way. And then let's go this way. No, this way. This is the way we need to go. Okay. So we would be coming through here, and the swamp begins right here. We came through right here. The swamp begins here, and we would cut through. We're cutting through pretty close to them. That's too close. I don't like it being that close. Let's go this way. But if we go this way, the swamp is farther away. Yeah, so we will have to make a treaty. There isn't swamp on the other side here, I don't think. This starts to be forest over here. We have plenty of this. And we can't grow what we want to grow in that part. So, yes. So, right in this section right here. Right across to this area. Right in here. We could do it. And that means going straight west. Straight west. And let's see where we end up. I know, that's going to be a problem. If we have a treaty, we might be able to not have them attack. And here we are. So see that? See some of this hill right here. And there's that little village right there on the other side, so we know where that is. And sure enough, here we are right here. And we're right here. There's a cow, but I think that cow is wild. That's where our cows came from. There are cows in the area. Because of the witch's house up here, there are domesticated animals, including horses, in this area from the old, ancient witch cities that used to be here. That's what we'd be talking about. So this is the railroad right here. This is the rail right here. And look how close we're getting to the monks with that. And there's the monks there. We've got a strip of mountain here. I'm trying one more time. And a volcano. Okay. So we're not going to go across from this part. We'll have to go the other way. The monks are in the Coconinos, the maple taigas, and if I look at the food, once again, it does tell you now where you can grow these. So I can't grow soybeans, I can't grow rice. I can't even grow tomatoes. This is all cold country. So I can only grow cabbage and squash in this area. And of course, wheat and eggplant, the usual stuff. And yeah. So let's go back to the city for now. And we'll think about that. I want to think about that because if I can get if it's not too far, and we could check the wiki right quick and see, because it does say the distance, and we could do a distance thing and see. So let me come here. We're looking at the town. It is nighttime. And let's come over here. And Maisie has started working on the nether mine is what she is working on. And Wade is working on the courier. Josiah is working on the pet shop. What's Cash working on? I don't see Cash working on anything. So I'll check in a second. Let's go to the wiki. We were at the wiki yesterday, so I should have it in history. It's on Git. It's a Git location. And let's see if I can find it without going to Discord. There we go. Found it. All right, and let's look at Outpost. Okay. Having trouble finding all the biomes you need to grow Minecolonies crops? Introducing the Outpost. Use an Outpost claim marker to stake a claim up to 800 blocks from your colony center and establish outposts connected by rail to your train station. You can't use your outpost without first having a train station, which we do. Everyone's tucked into bed now. Deliveries can be slow. You may want to start them out with some food so they don't have to make the arduous trek back to the colony center for their needs. Likewise, builds can take a while, especially with outposts that are a long distance from the center. You may need to help them out with supplies and set sensible minimum stack requirements on necessary tools. And it's an 800. It's saying 800 is the max. So we might be too far away. The outpost is not terribly useful without a farmer child building, since the primary intent is to access crops in other biomes. The recommendation is to include one farm, one builder, and 2 guard towers as children outposts. The outpost does not need to contain the farm fields, but remember, the fields must be located in your colony, and the outpost will only claim a one chunk radius. So make sure your building footprint leaves room for them somewhere. And so that is the thing. And how far away? It's saying 800 on the other place. Hold on. It looked like it said 800 was the maximum. 800's a long way. But I think it's farther than that. From the town center. So the town hall is here. So let's say this is the that's 74012113. And 2113. Okay, and let's see, just on the map for a second. Let's go to maps. And so that means we are here, and we're talking about going over to here. This is the closest that we can go to. And let's see what this is right here. Right there. So let's transfer over to here, teleport to here. And let's see what the numbers are here. Let's get up in the air. And this is 7460. But there's the real numbers, 28. It is within range. It was 2113 at the town hall, and it's 2824 is where we are. It is just within range. Just within range. Wow. And let's go to sleep in this treetop for a second so that I can see where I am actually. So we're just going to go to sleep here. Wow. And here we are, and sure enough, we are literally right on the edge of it right here. It's a swamp. So it would have to be built right here. And if 800 is the max, we are just barely there. Wow. Almost at the edge of 2113 to 2865. It's 709. So it does give us the space. We could do it. Ooh, we could have rice. We could actually have rice. We'd have to tunnel through some of this, I think. And just to make sure that everyone was okay. Tunneling through might get us through these areas. See that right there? And this hill right here. All of this. We've got Dacite Hills right here. And let me see where the town is, where I'm coming out to. And I am. I'm coming out right at the part of this road right here. This main road right here that ends right here. We would be talking about tunneling through here and heading out in this direction. So let's look at what a tunnel would look like right here for a moment. Let's touch the ground. Let's go to Cavern, because they have, Lady Shatana has the best tunnels and infrastructure connectors. The stone lower connector is a really, really good tunnel. And that's this tunnel right here. So we can see that house being there. If this was sitting on the ground right off of this, it would run through the hill right here. It would run through this hill right here. So let's bring this out one and down. And there's the road right here. Let's bring it over one more. I like it better there. And that would be the entrance right there. And it is outside of the structure, which is good. Even though that's not going to get that big. It's still going to have that footprint. And so it would be right here. Wow. Constructed. And there is the beginning. And that's X. So this is the beginning of us heading towards the swamp country in this area. This would be the road. Now this is outside of the city. The border is right, let's see where the border is. The border is back. It's back to here, so that's kind of good. The border's gone all the way back to there. If we go underground the way we're going, it will help us not ruin all of this coconino forest and taiga maple forest that we're in. And it will also protect... Whoa! I didn't see that they had a place down here. Uh-oh. Hi, you. You're just wild. Okay. For a second, I was afraid that was Rude Wolf. Look at this. Hold on, let me get a light. I have not seen this area here. And there's water. That's helping me see. Ah, it's a waterfall. Wow, look at this. Okay. And look at you guys. Can you even get anywhere from where you are? 1, 2. You can get down. I'm not even sure you can get completely down. Can you? Yes, you can. Okay. You're the one who can't get down. Let me see if I can get... Oh, okay, you're going to jump. All right, fine. They just jumped down, so they're fine. This is where they are, and they are collecting ores. Although that looks like... That's not ore. That's compost. Whoa. And mushrooms. Wow. They want to live down here. Oh my gosh. Look what I found. That is wild. Hold on. I'm going to put down the GitHub piece here. Hi. Oh my goodness sakes. Look what we found here. So this is kind of on our way. We're going to go right past this because we're going to go through this mountain here. And we do have the rest of the town right here. And we've got farms in these hills. Goodness sake. That is really quite something. It's little and just very specific, this area and these people. And Mr. Villager's not here. There's a fox. Mr. Villager is not here. So we don't have an ambassador at the moment to give us some way of talking to them. Look how close they are. That is close. And we just put in the hill. See, you can see it right there. In some areas, this is actually going to show. And that'll be fine because I just want to see it coming through the ground. Where these trees might be affected, we might have to do something about those sections there and see if we want to actually have some windows, have some places where people can look out. We could do that if it goes above ground in certain areas. So here it is right here. And we are approaching the border with putting in the second piece right here. So let's switch to Cavern. And let's go to infrastructure, connectors, the stone lower connector. Let's push it back until it matches right there. Let's bring it down in the ground, and then let's push it to here. And construct it. And so we can see now, let's X, that at the end we can actually see above ground right there. So let's come over here where this is. We'll have to rescue these trees, I think. But for right now, I just want to come out and see what it looks like. And so, yeah. So with trees like this, right here, we can put them in the ground. We're missing some trees here. And these trees that are growing here, we can connect them back to the ground by putting them one over. Oh, that looks like it needs to be two over. It does. Two over, and having this piece come up and be there. So we'll have to do stuff like that. Whoa! This is our house right here. This is our farmhouse right here. So this is right behind the farmhouse there. This piece coming here and coming all the way through and over to here. And it's partially going to look like it's outside, but you notice the hill is coming up in that area. So we will continue for a little bit to make this road continue on outside of the city right here, slowly but surely. We'll add like 2 every time, or 2 or 3 every time, and see how we're doing. So we're only 200 away from the center. It's saying the center's at 21113, so 2113 is the center. We can go straight down this road right here, just like this. Take this road all the way, and the warehouse is coming up right there. The warehouse is behind the tree farm building right there, and right here is the main street. And this is the town hall right here. And the town hall is at $299. So that's another 100. So it's right on the edge. Right on the edge. Ugh. Right on the edge. But we'll see if it's possible. We'll see if it works. Okay. Cash isn't doing anything. Let's go see what we can have Cash work on in his area. So let's come over here. We're trying to get everyone up to level 4s. Cash was working on housing, on putting in this new house that, who's living in this house? Luana. Luana's living in this house, and Cash was working on this house. And now Cash can work on this guard tower, but this is Sugar Farm. The greenhouse is a level 4, but the composter and the flower shop and the beehive are not. So let's have Cash work on these. So build options, the builder is going to be Cash. Upgrade the building. Let's come here and let's have him do these two. We'll have him upgrade. Sorry about that. Have him upgrade this. So Cash. Phew, that was close. Build options. The builder is Cash. Upgrade the building. And so these are both going up to level 4. And then we can have Josiah work on something. Josiah has brought all the buildings in this area that he can bring up to the level 4. And this is one of the farmhouses here. And the cathedral. This is a level 4 bakery right here. And yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close to starting to work on the houses. We are almost there at working on the houses. I would like to have the university up, and then we'll start bringing the children's houses up, as well as the mason house, because the workers are in the bottom of the mason house. The animal farmhouse, because the animal farms are in the bottom of the animal farmer's house. Those two are two of the places that have to be done right away. And then we can begin to do some of the kid places. Bring them up to level 4 so that we can start having level 4 people coming in. And I'm looking at the farms. We seem to be doing okay. We've got beets finally growing here. And we have carrots and we have potatoes. So we have the staples: beets, carrots, potatoes. We have corn. They've been using a lot of tortillas to eat with their meats. And so that's how we've been getting through. We've got wheat for the animals, and then we have wheat for breads. That is growing right here. And then we have tomatoes. We don't have any place for peppers yet. I think I would need eggplant first. We do have squash right here. And we could either have cabbage or eggplant. I think there's eggplant in more dishes than there is cabbage. If we go to at for a second, at Minecolonies, and just for a second look at some of the meals. I think the veggie Ravioli is vegetables, and I can't find it easily. There it is, right there. So that's beets, and we have those. The kibachi is cabbage, and we don't have any of that. So there's one for cabbage. And I think all these others need peas and potatoes. Kimchi, and this is why we want rice. If we get rice, we can get soy sauce. We can have things like ramen and kimchi, and I think I'd like to have those. I'm not really seeing anything that would make me rush to do eggplant. I know there are eggplant dishes. Here's one of them, spicy eggplant. But then we need spicy too. So it's a toss-up, really. It's a toss-up in regards to getting that squash soup. Getting eggplant or getting, yeah. I think that's the only thing that we have with eggplant. I think if we look at eggplant, PL. So yeah, so we have spicy eggplant and eggplant doma. The dolma is the other one that uses eggplant, but it also uses feta. That's expensive. I don't want to do that. Let's look at cabbage for a second. BAG. And it's not showing us the cabbage dishes, the ones that use cabbage. So we would have to figure that out from someplace else. All right. That's so curious, isn't it? Having this idea that we could actually go through here and get rice. But that would mean that the outpost would have to work. What's interesting is that if we built this outpost, and look how far we can get. Oh, I just had an excellent idea. So the border is all the way here. We could have a builder be right here at this border marker. We could have a builder be here to start the project, and that would give them a shorter distance to go, and that might work really nicely. The builders that we have that would fit in there would be Shire or Arcology. We haven't done an Arcology builder, or we'd have to do cave. This is what happens. So we end up, no matter what, we end up doing cave, cliff, underwater. We're not going to do those, but we were trying not to do any of that, and we're going to end up, we're doing cavern for these tunnels. And then let me think. Oh my gosh, that is going to be so wild. Let's look at cavern for a second. I think it's just going to be too big, the builder. Even the default is definitely a 2-story, and we're not doing that. Let me look at the alternative and see if it's 2-story. Let's go back here and look at alternative builder, and oh, it's that one. Dun, 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 dun. Yay, cash. Excellent. Finished working on the composter. And then the supply builder. Ooh, look at this. Supply builder. Supply builder level 5. Oh, it has stuff on top. It does have stuff on top. That's such a shame because it is really nice in this way. This is nice. Let's look just for a second at arcology. I think the builder is a 2-story in arcology also. And sure enough it is. And because we have built that building many, many times. And we could have one sticking out at the top and glass it in. We could do that. That's going to be the simplest builder that we can do. That is level 5 of that builder. And we could turn it back to wood again and have that. The whole point of this town was to do trade posts for mine colonies. Now, we wrapped ourselves into a corner with the other outposts because we started it with Classic Greek, and Classic Greek is in the process of being updated because it doesn't have everything that it needs to have. And the last time we checked, let's X for a second, let's go to trade post. And the last time we checked on Classic Greek, it still hadn't gotten a chance to be upgraded. This is the outpost, and it would need to have a builder, and doesn't have that. There isn't an indication of a builder yet at level 5. Yeah, so this hasn't changed. This hasn't changed, and this is small, so if we wanted to do a farm, we could, but we don't need to do a farm because we grow the same things that they grow. And this is really to connect to Mr. Villager's village, the one that we have there. However, what we're talking about doing is maybe doing hills. We can't do a hills one in that location. Hold on. So these are the ones that we have. We would have to do the trade post one, and let's look at it. This one here, and the level 5 looks like this, but we might need to do that in that location because it's swamp. We might need to close it in this kind of way, and we could do that. It's not too gaudy, and it definitely has everything that we need. It has a builder, it has the farms, and the farms extend out. So I think we could just go ahead and do this. Now the interesting thing, which I completely forgot about, is that it has to be connected to the train station. Directly connected to the train station, and I forgot that one little piece. Hatada. So we have the train. Let's go to sleep. We can go to sleep right here. This is a druid station in the northern section of town, in the farm district, and we're just going to use this bed. We're going to get cash to... Oh, he started working on the flower shop. Good. Okay, so here's our train station right here, which means that we should have continued this from here to go over and go over. Let's go straight for a minute and see when we get to the swamp what the number is. If we go straight from there. So we can see the monks on the left. That's villagers. There's a volcano right there that we'd have to pass through that area. And let's see about getting to the swamp here. And there's the swamp, and there's the house. Ah. Okay, so we actually need to come this way. And if we come this way, we're at 2850. 2850 to get across. 2850, which would be 7, 4, and 7. So we're at 747. So we're still within 800. I did forget about that. I forgot that we have to be connected to the train station. We have to. So we can just take the train tunnel through instead of taking the new tunnel that we put. So with the new tunnel right now that we just put in, we can just gate that. We'll put a gate over that. Or we'll close it. We'll just close it and it'll just be there. I think that's what we'll do. Because we have to have the tunnel come from the train station, and that's the tunnel right there. This is the tunnel right here, covered up in this area, but that's it. And it is directly connected to the train station right here. So at least we didn't get too far. We didn't get too far before we realized that, before we remembered that piece, that important piece. And what we can do with this, so see that person's in there? I think I'll just leave it. I think we'll close up the far end because this is in town, this tunnel. And that way I won't have like one of the druids getting stuck back here. Because that could happen, that they decide they have to go to the border and they're going to use this tunnel because it exists. I would either have to remove it completely, which I don't want to do. Let's bring this tree all the way down into the ground here. And we'll know that that's the end right there. And then let's bring this part up right here on the other side of the tree. And there, that's closed in. And I think we have a tree here as well. We'll bring it down to the ground, right in this spot right here. And there we go. Okay. And we'll light it differently later. But see Alec coming over here. Alec, what are you delivering? Or you just like the idea of this? Is that why you're coming there? So we'll just leave that for now. Because where we need to put it is right here. And this is the train station. And more than the other one, this train is going pretty straight to the location. And we'll see how that works. So for example, just because we're doing this right now, and how long have we been? We've been on for 2 hours. And let's come here and let's switch to Cavern. These are roads, so I'm putting them in. And you have to, I'm beyond the border or I will be in a minute. See where I am on the map? You can see the border there. Let's go to infrastructure, connectors, stone lower, and there it is. And let's push it back, and let's put it down so that it matches, and then push it back one, and let us construct it. And there it is. So this one is above ground in this location. We are now on the ground in the Minecolonies right here. And this is what it looks like. Let's X. So it's going to be sitting here like this. And we can cover it if we want. Covering it is going to be really interesting, but we can cover it, or we can have windows on this one, since we do have places where they can look out. We can put windows in places here. Like, see that? So we can have windows on this side, right in this location, and they can come all the way down to here. And on this side also, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So in this area, we can have the windows go all the way through here. So we would do block, glass block. Definitely this, because this is still prehistoric. No, it's not prehistoric, it's medieval. And they do have leaded glass in medieval times for windows. And so we'll put this in as a structure, and there we have it. And then we'll begin to cut through here. Now we need this because there's stuff underneath in that area, and we're just going to cut right through this forest area here and through this mountain. And look where we are. Look where the volcano is. I believe that's where the volcano is. Oh, no, it's not. Ah, there it is. Okay. So this is us going straight across at this point. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. We know what we're going to do, and we're okay for now. Let's get back to town. There, we pass the monks at this point, and there's just going to be this running through the Coconino and the Maple Taiga. And there it is right there. So this one over here, we might as well cover it. We'll cover it with green. We'll cover this whole section with greenery. And keep it. And we'll do that slowly but surely when we have something to talk about or something like that. Or when we have something where we just want to do stuff. That we don't have to concentrate on. So let's come down here. It is the end of the day. Poor Josiah. Josiah, what's the matter?
Need something?
What do you need? Oh, she doesn't know how to make that. I'm sorry, Josiah. She actually doesn't know how to make that. I will work on that. She needs, we're going to go to the clipboard, and that'll show up on the clipboard because she doesn't have the recipe for it. So let's look and see. And sure enough, she does not. Brooke does not. Oh. Ooh. Cash needs coral. Wow. Well, Cash is done for now. We'll have to order the coral and have it brought in on one of the river boats. That'll have to come from Arnarluk. Actually, it can't come from Arnarluk. That will actually come from Seabridge, from the original underwater base city that we made in the very close to the capital of Tana, the mermaid capital, is Seabridge, and it was an experiment. It was in 19, and it was an experiment to have a relationship between people on the land and having them live underwater. And Seabridge was very fun. It was 19. Underwater base is Mixasa and Matlam are the designers. And at the time that we built Seabridge, we did have one of the designers checking in, and it was really fun. Being able to have the designer watching us build was a fun thing. And yeah, that was really good. Let's go and see what rare finds we have. And let's take care of the town a little bit more. So Jack is not going to be happy. He's not happy with this setup.
It's a fine day.
Still, I will work on it. And we'll just have to figure out what I need to do. I might need to give him one more. Tomorrow morning when he says he doesn't have what he needs, I'll check again. What do you need?
'Tis a fine day.
Oh, that's an interesting log. Oak plank surrounding oak log. That's pretty. I will work on it. Okay, wait, what?
'Tis a fine morning.
Yeah, so let's go and let's make sure that some of this stuff can be made. These shops are not open right now. Jack and Eli are just taking care of the shops, doing bookkeeping and getting some orders and seeing possibly what could be done. We're going to Marcos first, and Marcos is the industrial carpenter right here who works in the oak and birch and spruce and dark oak is what he does. And right here we can see the things that he wants to work on. So it says that he can do this. It says that he can do oak planks on nether brick, that he can do stripped oak log with paper extra, so we can do that, and then blue brick extra with stripped spruce. He's going to work on that. And then oak log with what? Oak log with oak plank. Yes, teach that. And then these are the stripped spruce log pieces. Teach, and I think they're going to stay there. They're going to stay there. They're not going to go away. And he can ask. Let's make sure that the brick extra, I believe that is going to be Santino, who is right here. Let's look at brick extra for a second and see who it is. And let's come to here. Let's teach, and let's go to blue brick extra. Blue brick extra. Yeah, that's what happened. B-R-I-C-K-E-X. And there it is, blue brick extra and light blue. So blue brick extra is this. Let's go ahead and do the light blue at the same time now. And there we go. So we have both of those extras. And we have Tobias, our, look at this. Oh, we've got a glitch in the matrix. We have somebody who is stuck. So this is when they try and use magic and they don't do a good job and they get stuck. And so we're going to have to get out. Save and quit the title. Quit. We have to get out for a moment and we'll get back in. Let's load CurseForge again. It's the only way to be sure. It's the only way to fix that. And let's go here. It's been a long time since we've had that happening, but we've had it now. This is maybe the second or third time we've had it here. And I have CurseForge up and I am loading the Minecraft launcher. The launcher is up. Let's see if there's been any changes since I've been in the game. And there have not. So there's nothing to update. And so we are loading the launcher right now. And the launcher is loading the game, Minecraft, right now. So Minecraft is loading from NeoForge 21. Because that's what I'm playing. And let me take a drink since I'm not doing anything. The game is loaded. So I'm going to bring down CurseForge. I'm going to close it. And then let's go to single player and Jalapari. So I'm loading the world at this moment. And here we are. So whoever that was who was stuck is no longer stuck. And it might just be because we were out. We went really far away, and that might have caused some of that glitching. Sometimes when you go beyond the borders, it causes the glitching. So he's working on the flower shop, and we were supposed to be checking. So we checked with Marcos, and Marcos now has the recipes to make those pieces, and he's going to ask for the materials. Let's check Brooke. There's Brooke now, and let's check Brooke and make sure that she can make that marine piece, which is a part of Teach Recipe. It's not there. This is a part of the new pieces from Trade Post. Trade Post added several special blocks. We're looking at some of them now. And one of them is the marine one, marine lapis brick. And so we need to make Teach Recipe marine lapis brick wall. And so that's this piece right here, which is, I believe, what is being asked for. Oh wait, no, that's not what's being asked for. It's marine lapis brick wall that's being asked for, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on a second, let's look at the piece. If it's gone now, then I have the right piece. And we need prismarine, dark prismarine stairs and slab. Let's make sure that she can make those. Those should be found here. So let's get recipes to Brooke for that. Brooke's the only stonemason we have. Dark prismarine stairs and slab. I'm not sure she had those recipes, so it doesn't duplicate. It just, if she had them, then they'll just be there. Again, it'll just acknowledge that they were there. All right. Let's look at the list again. And we could do sugarcane. We had requested bort, and we're not getting it. So we requested it a while ago and it's not being made, even though it says that they can make it. And there's the marine basalt brick. Ooh, this is interesting. Marine basalt brick. Do we have any basalt? Crafting recipes, teach recipe. Marine basalt. And here it is. So this is the new one. And we have not, she does not have this recipe. There's marine basalt brick and marine basalt brick wall is what's needed. And we'll do that. Now she might be out of the mortar. We might have to check and make sure that she has enough mortar. If she doesn't, we'll have to have Genesis make more. Let's go here and see if there's any mortar. Mortar is one of the new materials of trade posts for Minecolonies for making some of the new blocks that they're making. And let's look here and let's see how much mortar there is. There's only quartz mortar. There is no prismarine mortar. I think prismarine mortar is the one that's needed. And let me look. And nope, that's not the right thing that I wanted to go to. Let's look for prismarine mortar. Let's look for mortar, period. M-O-R-T. Yes. So we haven't gotten to end mortar. We just need prismarine mortar, and that is absolutely the enchanter, and that means that we need the recipe for this. So let's come over here. And let's see what the recipe is. So we need 64 prismarine shard and a gold coin. Now we have gold coins at the university.
That was some great dinner today.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. He just went away. Hi, Zoe. That wasn't Zoe. That was one of the guys. Who's very happy. Let's look and see how much prismarine shard we have. We don't have any shard. We have amethyst shard. So we are short that material. Let's look at this. And we need shard. And we haven't gotten enough. So that means we'll have to get some from Arnarluk. C-H-A-R-D. Yeah, so we'll have to order shard from Arnarluk, and that shard will be used. Now, are we at the point where we can get the fisher to get more things? Let's see if we can do that higher fisher amount at the research, because we're going to be in a little trouble if we have to. We do have coin and we do have stuff that we can sell in regards to getting stuff from Arnarluk, the other city, the Druid underwater sanctuary, getting things from Seabridge, the city at the capital of Ta'ana, the underwater city, getting things from Prasino, getting things from Rosa Oru. And those are all cities, 19, 20, and 21 cities. And look, ooh, look. We have a top on the building. Is it done? Dun, 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 dun. Yahoo! So we have a level 4. So now we're going to repair this. So the build options, we're going to have Maisie repair this building. Maisie, repair this library right here at level 4. And that way we can see the conflict between the two buildings. Now, of course, when the level 5 is built, we'll have to do this again when the level 5 of this university is built. But look where we're at. Yay! Yay, team! So we will look at all of that in just a moment. And this is why we wanted to look at this, see where the roof came to on this before we put in a roof on this part right here, to match. So we're going to have a matching roof. See how these are? Isn't that pretty? This is John, I believe Urban Savannah is John Ryer, did the updates on this, or it was his original style. We can look and see right quick. Let's go out. Let's go to this block and let's look at Urban Savannah. Urban Savannah for a minute. And it is John. So John originally designed it, and he's kept it updated. He updated it recently, and by recently I mean 20 probably, and not 21, probably in 20, so that it used domum ornamentum. That's why a lot of the older ones had to be updated, so that they use domum ornamentum pieces. And this definitely does, and so it's really pretty. And I really love this university because it has all these different rooms, and I like that it has these rooms. And so that's why we decided, despite the fact that we would have to import the wood for it. It's always so fascinating when that happens. Vincentius is not there. And yet you could almost have heard that sound just then. And you say, how's this creek? Yeah, that wasn't a creek. That wasn't a creek. So there we go. So it tells us what, that this is a university 4. And we will rename this. This is actually going to be named Jalapari University Building. Jalapari University. So we'll take that part off. We'll come down here, take this off, and come down here and take this off. And then let's go back up. And let's go to here and put so this is all a part of the university. Sorry about that. This is all a part of the university complex, this whole section. So now we have this university building here, and we were thinking that we might have Hayden work out of this administration office. Hayden is the dean, but I think Hayden would like to stay in the office that he has in the old university building. This is the original university building here, and we're going to use both of them. Yes, he finds this very comfortable. We'll add a chair and stuff when this is a level 5. This is only level 4 right now. And this is level 3 up here where he is staying. And Cohen is staying with him right now. Cohen is a student who is living here. Oh, and I know why. Cohen's living here because he's the bartender. And as soon as we have the resort working, he is going to work at the resort. I beg your pardon, the resort. My body is not cooperating. Okay, and so We could have Hayden. Hayden lives here. We could have Hayden over here, but Hayden had come over. Dario come over, and he is working in this library here, and he's already up to a 19 as far as mana is concerned. Let me see if that was my hair. Yes. And then Estella, who is the school teacher, the primary teacher, is helping Carter by setting up this library, because Carter is actually the head librarian at the main university. He runs the library there, and he's setting up. And then we have, who do we have who's working? We have someone who's working with, I think, who's working with Edison. No, with Hayden. Luna, yes, Luna is going to be our undertaker as soon as she gets her mana up. So there she is, and look where her mana is. Whoa, her mana has surpassed her strength. So we're going to have her now begin to work at her new job, and Hayden is saying that she's ready to work there. That what he will do is keep an eye on her, and if she has any questions or if she needs anything, she can come back and ask him, or she can ask Genesis, who is the enchanter, and both of them are at Luna's. This is Luna, and she is now the new worker. Now, normally I don't have them when her strength is upside down right now. Her strength is lower than her mana, but when she started raising her mana, her strength was higher than her mana. So she will increase her strength as she does her job. And I don't know that she needs anything. Let me see. I don't know if she's going to ask for a tool or something. We'll find out. But right now, she will begin to be here. Cairo is here. The ambassador to the Nether is right here. So she's not alone down here. And even if she was, I think this is what she wants. So there was Genesis going back upstairs right now, and there she is. Genesis comes through there on her way usually. And then we have someone else who's unhappy. Let me see who this is at the university who isn't happy. Remember, we have two people who should have jobs who don't have them yet, and they seem to be unhappy. Cohen is one of them.
Do you need something?
I know, Cohen. I wish I will work on it. I wish you could go to work. I know you are bored. He is actually bored with doing university work. He doesn't want to do it anymore. But he's the bartender, and we can't open that yet because we don't have a guest services person. And I would like them to come from the next set of kids. And why don't we have a guest services person yet? Because they're that specific person, trade post person, isn't working. Hi, Emery. Isn't working properly. All right, so what is it that you want? You're saying one of your display frames is missing. Please replace it so you can show off your wares. All right, so we're going to try one more time. So we have 9. What if it says 1 when all of them are missing? So that's not the thing. we could put another one here. And why don't we do that? So what we're going to do is we're going to get, first of all, a frame. Then we're going to go and get a tag tool. And then we're going to get a placeholder tool. Placeholder, which is one of Minecolonies' structurize. It's actually structurize tool. We're going to set it on the counter, and then we're going to take and make this a display shelf, and it did. Okay, and now we can make the placeholder go away, and we can put down one of these, and let's see if that works. Let's see if that makes him stop asking.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did, so I'm hoping against hope that that means that it's going to work. They are connected to this, so I'm hoping. I thought I had it done. I thought it was working. He was using them, and then suddenly started asking again for the places. Let's come here for a minute and let's make these two go away. Let's go to the stash box that's here, and let's come here. We obviously don't have any cornflowers because he can sell cornflowers and he's not. Let's take all this stuff that I have on me, and I'm going to put these things up here. Right here, all of this. Let's take these two and put them here, and these two are supposed to be here already, so we'll put them in, and that will give us all of that space to take all this and put it down. These are mine, so I'll just leave them here for a second, but everything else can go into the stash. So the question is, can we sell any of these flowers? Pink daffodils. We can try pink daffodils and try these bellflowers, try these green tulips, and see if they'll work. See if we can sell them. Everything else we'll put back in. I don't want to sell sunflowers because we use those, so I don't want to sell them. Don't want to sell eggs or fish because we need those for our people to be fed. So let's come over here and let's see if he will sell these two. He might not.
What's it today, then?
So let's look here and see. Jack. And nope, he doesn't want to sell them. And so that's not what we're going to do with them. So we're probably going to sell them differently. Sell them in a different market. But he doesn't want to sell them, so we'll put them here and have them go to the warehouse. And we'll see how much of that we have in the warehouse and what we want to do with that. What is this? This is a goring. I haven't had gorings. I rarely have had that name. Oddly, we've had that name, and Mackenzie we've had, and this is a Leclerc, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And then Walsh. So those are visitors. I still would prefer to get the kids, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And look at that, Maisie, yay! All right, so we're going to go over here and see what we can do to make this building a part of this university piece right here. And one of the ways that we need to do it is to put in right here. Now when I do this, of course, this is all going to go away. But for right now, I'm going to look at the how high this one is. This is right here is 1, 2, 3 high. That's 3 high, but these buildings are all the way up to here. So what if we go ahead and just make this match for right now? Which would mean putting in on top of this part right here, going all the way to there on both sides. So right here, this would all come off for right now. And this is going to here. It's going all the way out to here. And across. And let's see what this looks like. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2 right there, and so this part right here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3. This part is this, which is this right here. So we'll put this part on here. Dun, 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 dun. Fireworks! Yay, Wade! Excellent! Wade just finished this building right here. This is a level without any doors? You finished this and it doesn't have any doors? Oh, because it has that in the doorway. Let's find a door that we want to use on that building. What would we want to use? Let's see what's here. I have those. Let's use these. I don't usually like those on housing, and we'll probably take them off. Let's inset the door, which I think means putting it here. There we go. All right, and the door will open that way, and that is this part. Okay, so remember we did have a light right here. So we'll take this away, and we'll take this one away. I don't need them, but I do need this to come away here. Come back like that.
Another day of work finished. My goodness.
And we did have a light sitting right here, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it sitting here? Let me see where the lights are on the street. Technically it should be sitting right here. But that would mean this would need to be stone. Let's put in actual stone. Do I have any stone? Yes. There we go. Right on this corner right here. Let's put in stone right here. Now we know this is going to disappear again. When they start working again, this will disappear. But for right now, we're just going to hold up this part of the hill with some stone in that area. Like they have that, they have this so that the when it rains, the dirt doesn't come down from there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is going on there. Okay, let's go to let's go here and get this. And we've got a bunch of these, so we'll pick this up. These are their torches, so I'm going to leave them here for when I put things back. And this is mine that I just took out. Let's put this and these two back down where they belong. Put these two where they belong, and we're good to go. I forgot to put the tulip back too, so we'll have those. These are mine. I can put that there. And now let's make a light post right here on this corner. just did that wrong. There we go. Okay. There we are. And this. By the way, this design is Mr. Villager's design for a light post, and I modified it just a little bit using McSassa and Matlom's design for poles for pipelines in underwater base, where they put the copper together like this. And that was such a fun way to find out. That was the first place that I saw it, so I'm giving them credit for that. I'm not saying that they did it officially, but that's the first place that I saw it when I was building underwater base in 19. And so when we built these, when Mr. Villager designed these light posts for 19, for 20, that's Prasno in 20, we used that technology to make the light posts look like that, which I really love. And so there are our street lights, and I can put these things right here for now. This right here, let's put these back into the library, and this needs to go to the stash box the next time I'm near it. Let's use the brand new stairs we put in, and let's go up to this Druid station, which is on the far southeastern edge of town, right at the Coconino River port. And we can see that Wade is done and Maisie is done, and they need to work on something. So we'll go down and give them something to work on. And here we are. So this is the southeastern end of town, and there is our courier level 4, Gregory, who does import-export, and that's why he's over here. And this is our level 4 primary school right here, with that big huge bench in front of it. And then over here we have our housing, and this is the dining hall in the university area. So this is university dining, and the kitchen entrance right here next to it, and the dormitories on one side and the cathedral on the other, with the graveyard in this area here. And we can see people coming to get food, and other people are going to their jobs. And that is where we are at this particular moment in time. Let's come down here and see what's for sale. So even though they are not selling anything, they are getting imports that we can purchase. And there's kelp for 4. That's an interesting buy. We have over 2 million, and kelp would be very good. Let's buy some kelp.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. That doesn't seem like a good price, but we do need some kelp, and so we'll put that there. It's a shame that we don't have some corals. I think we would have to increase the ability up. Let's take this flower and put it here. We would have to increase the ability of the rare finds.
What's it today then?
Yep, I will work on it, Jack. I will. I promise. I will try and figure out what's going on there, why you're still unhappy, even though we added another one. And these are all here. Let Let me look at something here. Let's see something for a minute. Let's go to the tag tool. Now this is an official building. This is the building I did not extract. This is actually Trade Post, the marketplace for Trade Post. And let's do that. And yeah, see? So they're up above, and that's the way they're supposed to be. So that's the way we have them. And for some reason, something here is not. I have inventory. Let's look here for a second. And let's go to this one. Okay, so there's inventory. And these are the display shelves for this one. And
If you say so.
yeah, that matches. Everything seems to match in regards to this. Oh, it's raining. Maybe it'll be a thunderstorm. Came on pretty quickly, didn't it? Look how gray the sky is. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll have to try and work on that. I thought it was fixed. He will use them. And then I really need to do something about Cohen and Violet. Both of them. What could I give them to do that wouldn't change their see, that's the thing. That what I would want them to do would be like to be druids or something. Would actually change his abilities, and he's a perfect bartender, and so I don't really want to change his abilities. I don't want to lose the creativity. I don't want to lose I think it's creativity. Let me see which one it is for the bartender for just a second. The guest services is adaptability and creativity, and the bartender is agility and focus. So let's look at agility is 7 and focus is 7. That's right, he was even because he's one of the kids. Hold on. Estella was going to do guest services, but she decided she wanted to teach instead. And she didn't want to do that. And hold on. So it looks like now that the kids can get up to 40, and which means 30 is when they graduate from school, and we'll start having a stricter curriculum for graduation. I wonder if Cohen would be better. Cohen, why don't I move you to the new library? And let's see if you're happier at the new library. It might just be that
Definitely not going to work during this kind of weather.
he doesn't want to do the projects that are being done there. And I know we were working on this. So let's bring Cohen back here. The two of them worked well together. So let's see if they want to continue doing that. In the meantime, we were here working on this roof. And Where are we at? Oh my gosh. Seriously? Wow, that is a full 3 hours. It's daytime. It's daytime. The sun is up where I am now. Wow, we'll come back and we'll put a roof like this on this place. So see how this is here? So we'll probably put roof. I think we're gonna have that come. Let's see. I'm just looking for a moment. There's a piece of that, and there's a piece of this. Nope, that's not working. Nope, that's not working. So there has to be something there. Ah, there it is. Coming like that. Okay, we can do that. We can have that come there, and that will at least save these windows. These top windows will be okay. They'll be looking out over that part of the roof. And the rest of the roof will be like that. Now you know what's going to happen. If I do this for the level 4, it is definitely going to be this way until level 5, and then they're just all going to take it away. So all of this will disappear at level 5. So we have that piece, and then along here we have this piece coming right here like this. And so that piece there is going to come over even farther. Are you still jumping through here? You are. I thought I had put some books there, but I guess I didn't. Oh yes, I did. They got taken down. That's what happened. Because see, they want to walk through here. And so this is the part that we're going to, I beg your pardon, close this up. I don't want them taking a shortcut through here to get to where they want to get to. And we have that one there, and I think these two should match. And I know I'm supposed to be gone. I know I was going away. Okay, and I think this is wrong the way I have it. So hold on, let me look at this side. 1 and 2. And then that. 1, 2, and that. So over here we would have 1, and this one is here. 2 would be right here. Right there. And then this in this corner. Okay, and that matches now the other piece. And then we'll figure out how to get this part to be here, because we've got that edge along this side right here, and we can see how that's going to work when the time comes to do that. Right now what I want to see is this, which would mean making, let me see if inside the classrooms is this wood. It is. So inside the classrooms would be that wood, and this right here all the way through to here would be this, and in the classrooms would be this on the floor so far. We'll see what happens when it gets higher up. But for right now, this would be on the floor, and we would begin having this be on the floor in these areas. Careful with that. That's the hut block. And we'd have to repair the place again, which would then take away all the stuff I just did. So I don't really want to get into the situation where I have to do that. And so I will have to come back and continue the next time. So I don't want to stand out in the rain. We'll stand under the university part. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Oh, John. That is the designer's humor. And that's very cute. That's on the back of the university sign. Right there. And so here we are, people. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. We've been listening to Drone Hands music. And since this is the weekend that his album, his new music dropped on YouTube, you can find Drone Hands on YouTube. And he's got a new album of music up. That's what we've been listening to behind me talking. And now we're going to listen to Vincentus Primus take us out. Thank you to all the people who are in chat, Mr. Villager, obrigado, and our other guests who are in chat. Thank you very much. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.